Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Thymesia. So this sort of came out of nowhere. It's an indie Souls-like, as best as I can understand. It's coming out under Team 17 as a publishing house, and you see, it seems to have like a sort of plague doctor disease theme. I think that's what it looks like. That works for me. That's fine. Another Souls-like. I actually really I find the indie space for Souls-likes quite endearing. Things like Mortal Shell. Don't get me wrong, as I love Dark Souls as much as the next guy, but I do like to see these sort of lower budget, higher risk attempts at it. You know, the more you skew towards indie, the more risk taking there is a chance of. And it's cool. So that's how you'll see sort of originality in the genre, or hopefully, you know. Was it Hellpoint? I think had DLC recently, but I didn't get around to covering it. That's a sort of sci-fi one, and then of course you got the Surge that came out of AA Focus Home, or Focus they're called nowadays. So yeah, I think there's some really good Souls-likes out there, and it is interesting watching the fan base. If it's not Dark Souls, we hate it. Anyway, oh god, I thought it was in a loading screen, so apologies. In the beginning, people thought it was just another infectious disease. It wasn't until the livestock began dying, and those who had been infected began shrieking out in pain as they realized a deadly plague had befallen them. This splash art is something else. Very cool. The various kingdoms tried to fend off the sickness and ghastly creatures, but their efforts were futile, and despair engulfed the entire continent. Okay, things aren't looking so good. Hermes' kingdom, founded atop a colossal tree, quickly rose to power due to their use of a miraculous alchemical science which was able to turn the plague into a cure. As the plague ravaged the lands, they relied on this alchemy to light the blessed flame. Oh, fuck, okay. Yeah, all right. But where there is light, there will always be shadow. Ah, bugger. I had hope for a moment, but now we're straying into this ambiguous Dark Souls sort of platitude territory. I kind of liked the info dump, you know, setting the world up. Because if Dark Souls is known for one thing, it's, you know, finding snippets of information as you travel along. Oh my goodness, hang on. Maybe it just needed a moment to load because that was framey as fuck. All right, what's this? Examine. Administrative order. Yeah, like this. This is actually quite wordy, which I think is a pleasant change. Due to the recent epidemic outbreak, Hermes' kingdom is declaring a state of emergency. All citizens must abide. Yeah, okay, cool. How topical. And then they were like, oh, it's on a tree atop of a bloody mountain and dark and light. And I guess it's Dark Souls again. Follow the commands. Press this to move Corvus. Yeah, I'm moving. Is this a bad guy? Saber attack, wounds, and execution. All right, wow me game. Show me what you're doing different. Earn our dollars. Press right bumper to perform saber. Press B to dodge. Saber attacks deal damage to the enemy and leave wounds on them. Wounds are temporary and will heal after a short period if no more damage is inflicted. Right. When the enemy's health and wounds are both 0, they will become dazed. Health and wounds? Approach a dazed enemy and use right bumper to execute them. I'm not sure I understand. If someone's health is 0, they should be dead. Or is this all... Oh god, no stagger? No stagger? Okay. The game framed out pretty hard then during that swing. That's fine. Let's see how it goes. That's part of doing these videos, right? I don't mind this art direction, though, like, you know, it is indie. Look at my dude floating on the textures. All right, can I lock on? Okay, well, that's good. All right, executes that, but okay, sure. So maybe we've got a sort of Gears of War thing going on. Like I have to execute dudes no matter what. I don't know. Deflect. Yep. Deflecting an enemy attack damages the enemy and negates any damage to Corvus. Right, so we've got... Yep, okay, that's fine. Sorry, Shaz. I'm going to give this deflect a burl. Hang on. Nope. Yeah, okay. I'm just sort of trying to get the window right. Okay, there we go. It is actually very precise. Good to know, you know, good to know what we can and can't get away with. Paper on the ground 01. Well, that's pretty imaginative. A deadly silence hangs over the streets and the city is completely sealed off. There's no food to be found nor any water. Okay, that was... Yeah. Again, I'm becoming more and more critical of lore pieces. That was just so non-contributive. No, now you're making up words, Scarlet. But you know what I'm saying. One of the worst ones, now I like the game, don't get me wrong, was Ghostwire Tokyo. Every single thing that you picked up and read was like, here's my shopping list for Tuesday. Detergent, cat food. And that'll be the bloody, that's the side content that you pick up and read. And it made me want to fucking unscrew my eyeballs. All right, face an enemy with thing auto lock on. Yes, we can do that. Yeah, see, they did say the attack button is the execute button, and I'm getting a little audio sting. I kind of assumed because it's an execute that you'd have a canned animation or something, but it doesn't seem the case. You are the Devourer. Wield your claws something or other. Okay, the claws deal a lot of damage to enemy wounds and prevent them from healing. I still don't understand this wound system. Like, we've got a health bar. Oh, it deals. So the wound is the green. Maybe it's a temporary health system, like a fighting game. Hang on, let's see. Let's leave that. And I think the green will heal back. It's flashing. Aha! It is too. Right. So if you hit him with the claws, you kind of cash the wound in. Ah, that's fucking cool. All right, but if their health hits 0, right, his health hits 0, so the claw then. So once the health hits 0, the wound keeps going down, and then the health and the wound have to hit 0 for the execute. I understand now. Okay, this is very different. This is really cool. Obtaining a plague weapon. Each enemy has a unique plague weapon, and Corvus can reave this for his own use. Fully charge and release to reave a plague weapon. Reave deals even more damage to enemy wounds and prevents them from healing. Corvus is vulnerable whilst charging his claw. Oh, so what's his... I don't understand the reaving thing. Can reave this for his own use? So I can pinch your weapon? Yeah, we're getting some serious frames, and this is the release build. I'm not in pre-release or anything like that, so I have to wonder. Performance might be an issue. They might need a few patches. Casting a reaved plague weapon. Yeah? Reaved plague weapons can only be used once. Corvus has super armor when casting plague weapons, but still takes damage. Okay. Close the gate. Before you leave, switch off the light. Alright, so we don't really have destructible fences or anything. That's okay. That's fine. Like I said, indie. So I could chain along and then... Fuck yeah. Okay. That was good. That reave kind of got me out of trouble. In a way. Anonymous Soldier's Diary 01. The King's Dagger and the Grey Armor. They are our last hope. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I might, it might be just me. I could be wrong. It might be personal taste. But this sort of stuff, I start to roll my eyes, right? It has been so played out. We get it. It's the core part of Dark Souls lore. But every time another game does this bullshit, this vague fantasy platitude, I call it platitudes. It's the closest term I can come up with because it's a narrative writing that goes nowhere and gives you nothing. I'm like, come on, man, just do it differently. The King's Dagger and the Grey Armor, they're our last hope. They led the survivors and tried to make things right. The infected corpses were burned to purify them of sickness. So this doesn't contribute. This doesn't really add anything. Claw attack to deal a lot of damage on enemy wounds. Now, you know what this combat is kind of reminding me of? Is, weirdly enough, but not as janky, this is definitely better. It's reminding me of bloody Vampire. Or Vampire if you're a fucking edgelord. Yeah, this is so much like Vampire. Alright, so those little fences are destructible. I'm out of health estises. Oh. Beacon. Resting at a beacon, refills potions, restores health. Yep, that's fine. Beacon found. Very good. Rest. Oh, I have a sit on it. My thinking chair. Search for cause. Hermes Forest. Oh shit. I was trying to figure out, has the game locked up there? It feels like it's locked up. I think it might just be because I don't have any options to choose from in the menu. That's weird. Right, well, I still keep my reeved weapon, which is cool. Feathers, as lethal as iron arrows. Of course they bloody are. Critical attacks and feather attack. When a green light appears before an enemy attack, yeah. Oh, that's a telegraph. They will perform a critical attack that cannot be deflected. Instead, Corvus must move out of range or use a feather attack. Okay, so it's a cape swing if you were Batman. The feather attack and interrupt the attack just before their critical attack. Corvus will regenerate thrown feathers over time. Yeah, I was going to say, what's the disadvantage? Otherwise, this is just a counter by another name. Counter 2. Feathers will also leave wounds on the enemy and stop them from healing for a while. Okay. Alright then, let's give this a bloody red hot go. That's not the feather thing. Geez, this guy's keen as a bean. I might feather him anyway. Nope, maybe I won't. Throw a feather to interrupt their attack. Ah, fuck him, whatever. Oh, shit. Got him. God damn it. Oh, he was interrupting my attack before I could get it off. Yeah, because I got him down to pure wound doesn't mean he goes into stun state. And my brain was sort of short-circuiting there. I was assuming because he was all the way down, it was like execution time. Very, very much not the case. Memory shards. You can retrieve his memory shard. Corvus will acquire the memory shard from defeating enemies. Used to level up. Yeah, okay. Pick up a little doves. Bloody Mission Impossible 2. Alright, I gotta actually start to counter. Oh, okay, so the claw doesn't do all the damage. I kind of assumed you could cash all of them in, but I was wrong. This is interesting. Give me your reeved weapon. I really should have been using my reeved thing on him. Key to the cemetery. Well, fuck, I'm out of bloody health and all that. Let's just do it again. Let's do it again. What's this? Okay. Okay. Presumably, that's brought him back to life. Oh, my feathers are 3 out of 3? Oh, no. He must have been a mini-boss, like, you know, certain knights in Dark Souls. Alright. Alright. Please, Am, I'm begging you, don't give me a giant boss that you're supposed to die to. It looks like it might not do it. I'm sick of everyone copying that. Let Dark Souls have it as its quirk. Stop copying it. How did this all begin? They said that an accident occurred on the day of the king's birthday. Previously, the plague was only spreading outside the kingdom, but after the outbreak, all have gone mad. Okay. Okay. This is cool. Like I said, it'll be fascinating to see how this is received. Because it's got that indie jank. You know, your character looks kind of cool, but like his cape's a bit weird. Again, I mentioned before, you're kind of floating on the terrain. Like, the environments look good. That looks cool. You know, I like this. It has got that, you know, ye old England plague setting vibe going on, you know? You know, I could probably charge the Reaved attack just in combat normally. It's not really something I've been trying. Oh! So did that execute? Ah. We'll have to try that. Pathway to all regions of the kingdom are either lined with monsters or blocked by soldiers. None can leave them and none can enter. Okay. What a redundant statement. It sort of shows exactly my issue. None can leave them and none can enter. This is what people get paid for to write. Wait, what am I stuck against here? I don't know what's going on there. Why did you let me into this room? Bit strange. Bit strange. Alright, I think this whole area is like a dead end. Can we go up ladders? Is that something? No. Yeah, anyway, so further to my last. I think this is cool, and again, I like to see this sort of shit. That's me using a terrible carrying word. Oh my god. I take it all back. They're going to make me fight a bloody boss I'm supposed to die to. But I feel like the hardcore Dark Souls purists will probably be hard on this because it's not Dark Souls, because it's a lower budget Dark Souls. And I find that community can be very fucking unforgiving. Even of their own games. When a new Dark Souls comes out, they will bash it. Though Elden Ring was well received. Who's this bloke? This is Mortal Shell Man. Okay. Okay. I guess this bloke's not interested in talking. Oh. Alright, I guess I'm... Wait, so we go into a cutscene when I'm dead? Oh, is this a Dead Space thing? Oh, that's interesting. Wait, and... For fuck's sake. Yeah, and now we go to a different area. I was excited for a moment. I thought, okay, because if you've played Dead Space, when you do die, it's just, I think just about every monster, there are these, every death he can have, it has like this canned animation where it just makes you watch him get brutally arms and legs ripped off and shit like that. It's really good. In a way, it's kind of, I think Tomb Raider sort of did that in some ways as well. You can just die these horrible ways. But no, it's just a knockoff. It's a Dark Souls knockoff boss that kills you into cutscene. That's disappointing. Corvus, you're finally awake. I was worried about you. Asami. Why can't your name just be Alice? You were badly hurt. Luckily, you made it back in time. Corvus, do you remember what you did? I died in a cutscene. You need the right formula to use Hermes' answer. It appears that the injury caused you to lose your memory. More tropes, please. So perhaps it would be helpful to start with a description of what you still remember. Come back to me when you're got your memories in order. Until then, you can walk around. It might jog your memory. All right, I'll go for a walk. So yeah, I hope I don't seem to be harsh on this game. Like, its shortcomings do not faze me at all. I think its indie roots, they're on its sleeve and quite charming, right? However, I am getting old of the... There's a difference between... I'm getting old. I'm getting kind of sick of the Dark Souls aspects that everyone just copy-pastes. Take inspiration, that's fine. Have Estus, have bonfires, have the combat system, you know, the building blocks of the genre that it basically pioneered. But this stuff is beyond homage. It makes me roll my eyes when there's a forced boss fight that you have to lose at the beginning, the way that lore is promulgated. I'd be curious what other people have to say, but like, maybe my tolerance for it is low, but I don't think I'm on the wrong side of this. It just maybe some other people need another 100 games doing the exact same thing before they're as sick of it as I am. The families of the Knightly Order petition the king to stop sending knights to battle outside the kingdom's borders. I don't care. You're not going to teach me anything with this law. You're just going to... Doesn't matter. I made my point. Don't bang the drum, Scarlet. Play the game. All right, so, yep. Yeah, that's good. Good read. Fantastic. Okay, what's this? Map menu. More memories and locations are unlocked when he starts to remember. Okay, well... Sea of Trees. Search for the cause. Are you sure? Okay, yes. Let's go. I don't mind this. I don't mind a quick travel system. In the early days of the plague, the nobles banished all criminals, the poor and the sickly, to the lower level of the kingdom known as the Sea of Trees. Ah, yes, Frankston. The upper rings of society living above the slum, care nothing of their lives. Well, that's how social caste systems work. They refer to them as hopeless, letting them to succumb to sickness and all manners of ghastly creatures. I'm not, whatever. We live in a society. Doesn't faze me. Level up. All right, let's see what this is about. This is sort of the missing piece of the puzzle for me to really understand what's going on. All right. It's so weird. It's like now I've got my mouse pointer back. Did you sort of see that? How it wasn't there? And then I had to press specifically D-pad down to get it to appear. Like I said, there's some jank going on here. 600. Okay, it looks like it's the same price. So I can upgrade 3 attributes. I don't mind that. Attack damage, amount of wounds. Alright. Health, claw damage is plague, and energy. And health is vitality. Oh, this is interesting. It's not... I guess plague is the closest to your magic. But then goes in with claw damage as well. Attack damage. I don't believe I've got enough shards. Or do I? What? See, that red is a bit of a... I think that's... Can I do it? Yeah. Required shards, memory shards. Again, that's not great. So 1 red number means okay, 2 red numbers means no. Again, that might seem picky, but at a glance, it's one of those things, you know, death by 1,000 cuts. It's like, this UI is the 1,000th problem. Yeah, so they essentially have 2 health bars. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? I like this environment. Wow, the game sort of gave it away there, letting me lock onto him while he was still down. Oh, yeah, I really like this environment. Oh, what is going on there? Big old bloody fucking testicles. Wouldn't be a game without them. Can I... climb up this? Are you serious? Really? Really? What are we playing? Bloody Doom 64, OG Doom. There are levels in Doom, I still remember to this day, where there's literally a single step at the beginning of the level that stops you from pressing the exit button because you have no jump function. Give me your thing. Tattered Twilight Circus recruitment ad. I'm good, thank you. Alright. I wonder if they stay in that down state forever, or can they, like, recover? Yep, manuscript, got it. Alright. I think we get it. I think we have a bit of an idea of what this game is. Can I save here? Unlock talent, yeah. Yeah, see, down pat, the D-pad buttons aren't working, neither is the thumbstick. But if I press D-pad down, it puts me on that. Unlock. Do you see what I mean? It's... And then, like I said, there's going to be two factions of people. There's going to be one that say, Scarlet, you're being picky, you're picking at things. But then there's the other ones that probably might resonate with what I'm saying. This is an indication of work product, right? I've showed many, many different little things that are just messy. And they're messy because they're probably messy on the back end. You know, the code, the construction, they do flow diagrams in Unity Engine these days, right? Like, the fact that there's, of all the D-pad buttons, the only one that allows me to activate this menu is down, and it doesn't like put me at the top option. It puts me at the second option from the top, but I'm pretty sure last time it put me at a lower one. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird, it's janky, but not in the necessarily the lovable, artistic janky that you get. You know, an effort done in earnest, but more in a, this feels like rough code. That's what it actually feels like. Anyway, that's not to say that I didn't enjoy my time having a look at this. In fact, far from it, this is really quite fun. I kind of like the pace and the movement. Even though some of the dudes hit pretty hard, it feels like you're moving through this game kind of faster than a Dark Souls game. Like there is this sort of arcadey pace to it, which I kind of like. The theme's cool. I like the artistic direction. There's a lot I really, really do like. I think they lean a little too hard on the homage when it comes to the Dark Souls stuff, but that might just be subjective personal preference. There might be others that lap that up. The more that it's a clone of a Dark Souls, not to be disparaging, but just as an example, the more that they clone Dark Souls, there'll be some fans that appreciate that. They just want more Dark Souls. Whereas me personally, I think maybe just take the building blocks and try and come up with something original. Anyway, it's cool. This will be fascinating to see how it's received in the community. You'd be curious to see if people look at it through rose-tinted glasses, how grounded they look, how cruel they are about it, because all of those angles would work on this game. Anyway, like I said, I think it's cool. I think it's a lot of fun. But you're probably not going to play this if you haven't played Elden Ring yet, for example. You know, this isn't necessarily going to jump the queue. This is for someone that's played all the Dark Souls games and wants more, probably. And I'd be curious what that guy thinks. Anyway, I don't want to waffle, but had a few things to say on the end there. Let me know what you reckon, team. I'm curious where you sit on this. I feel like this is going to have some mixed reception. But we'll see. We'll see. What would I know? I'm just a dickhead who plays video games. Anyway, team, might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.